Hey, we're here with Anoop, who's design director at Volition Games, and you worked on Agents of Mayhem. So tell us about the general look and feel of the game. The art in this game is so cool. What was kind of your general approach?
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the things I personally really respond to, and we have a lot of inspiration from like the 80s and 90s and cartoons, and we wanted to be a lot more colorful, even more so than what we've seen in Saints Row games. And we didn't want to do a cel-shaded game because we wanted to use modern rendering techniques and make sure that the game really looked cool and felt cool, but wasn't realistic. And so that was sort of our approach, and we spent, the last several years sort of modifying, playing around with different things, adding new technology to it to get to that look.
Talk a little bit more about the inspirations. I know you mentioned sort of like 80s design. Talk a bit more about how that informed your decision making in the design.
One of the big inspirations is like something like G.I. Joe, where you have this agency of characters. They're all different. They all work together. We took that idea, but it's our Volition take on it. So they don't necessarily always get along with each other. It's modern. It's mature. People do die, but essentially it comes from those cartoons that a lot of us grew up on, like in the 80s and 90s.
Let's touch on kind of the world in general. Talk a bit about what people can expect to see as they play further in the game.
The game takes place in Seoul, South Korea, but it's not like the Seoul if you go there today. It's sort of our near future take on it, where after Legion has attacked all over the world, they rebuilt a sort of the city of tomorrow. So they have a lot of robots, they have a lot of really tall buildings that don't look like anything you might see today. And the idea is the Minister of Pride, Babylon, has come there to basically steal and utilize their technology for Legion purposes.
Talk about designing for the different characters. There are so many characters in this game. They all have such distinctive looks and distinctive personalities. What was that like?
For us, the game lives and dies on the agents. If you don't respond to any of the agents or you don't think they're cool, then you're not going to play this game. So for us, that was our big focus, particularly early on, is finding characters that people would respond to and really be excited about. So we basically spent a lot of time figuring out how they looked, where they came from, how they talked, how they animated, how they played, all of those things, and they all went into defining an agent. And we wanted to make as many as we could. In the end, we came up with 12. We felt that was a good number that we felt we could achieve a good quality and get a lot of people excited about. And the cool thing is now when we play test the game and we have people play, there's no single agent that everyone's like, oh, I want to play as this guy. It's everybody. So that's how we know we've succeeded.
I gotta ask, I know it's hard to pick a favorite, but who is your favorite character to play at the moment?
Right now, I really like Oni. I like doing critical hits against enemies, and that's one of the things he does really well. He also fears and panics all the enemies, so he's just fun to roll around with and just take his pistol and take guys out.
All right, Agents of Mayhem is out August 15th, 2017. For more updates, check out the social links in the description below, and thanks for watching GeForce.